Whew, they keep you running around here, huh?
We'll see you online. We'll be beginning around 5-ish to get coffee or water. We'll be in around 1 o'clock. At that time, if you cannot hear me or see the screen, just let me know and That would be great. Thank you.
Thanks, Liz.
Yeah, thank you, Liz. You're the best.
I just want to make. I'll give them.
Honestly, usually I share my screen, anyway, so they probably don't even see me.
I hate when I can't see. You know, why do they, why am I?
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure that I'm, hold on, let me do, because if it's on OBS, that's focusing on them. So I'll just flip it back to the classroom. Because when it's on OBS, that's the one that I specifically use for team meetings because it like lets you do like the multiple panels. Of, like here's our slides, here's the front face, here's the back face, all in one.
That's cool.
So usually outside of team meeting, I never have that on because it's so rare that you're trying to do all of that at once.
Right.
So I usually just flip it.
I'm
back
all
to
good. Perfect. Thank you so much, Liz, for your help. You're the best. Mhm. Hey guys. So for those of you online, we are going to get started here with our command overview class. And sorry for the little bit of delay there. We're just trying to get all set up for Zoom to make sure that we could have this recorded and on Zoom for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and open up just a couple tabs that we're going to need today. One being kwbresources.com. So let's just start there, actually. We'll go ahead and get started. So kwbresources.com, if you've not been here before, this is our internal Market Center website. So it has a lot of great tools right on here for our specific Market Center. I know Liz does a full orientation on this website, so I won't dive too much into it, but I do want to show you kind of the tech tools that are available right on this website as well. So starting off with, let me move this little Zoom bar here. Okay, there we go. And I'll move this as well. Okay, here we go. All right, so just starting with our office calendar. So right on the top toolbar, you're gonna see the office calendar here. So this is great to check out. Hey guys. This is great to check out for any trainings going on, not just the tech classes we have. Yes, those are on here, but any trainings that are going on in KW, you'll find right on this calendar. So I wanted to point that out, of course. And also, if you're wanting to add the office calendar to your Google Calendar as well, so that you can, stay on top of these trainings going on, what we can do is click on this link here for this calendar, and then you'll see an option to add to Google Calendar in the bottom left corner so that you can share that with your own Google Calendar. I also want to make sure that everyone's time zone is set to Eastern time, because I believe with KW emails, because the headquarters of KW is in Texas, sometimes your time zone may default to Central time. So I want to make sure that in case anyone says that there, you can always go into your Google account and change your settings for our time zone. Jumping back to kwbresources.com, and right below the office calendar, actually, no, I'm sorry, it's right above it. It's right above it. There's these 2 can't miss videos of the week. I'll touch on these a little bit more when we talk about DocuSign later in class and making sure all our forms are connected up. But in regards to the how-to use DocuSign with command, I highly, highly recommend checking out that KW command with DocuSign 25-minute overview. Super short and sweet, but it walks through the exact workflow that command wants you to use with DocuSign. So I'm someone who's in tech. I thought I could just kind of play around with it. That's usually how I learn platforms, is just click around. DocuSign was not one of those things. I really needed to watch that video just to make sure I had the right workflow. So for example, when you set up a DocuSign room, all your required documents automatically pull right in, for example, if you use this workflow. So right here, it never changes. Check out this video as homework after this class. Then this one above it is important as well. That one's like how to get paid. So that one's more so after your transaction, when you go under contract or sold. Here's the video on how to get paid, which of course is important. Then under Tech Resources, I'm going to click on Tech Help at KWB, just to kind of walk through some of the tech resources available here. So touching on our tech classes, so every Tuesday and Thursday right now, we are teaching 1-hour classes from 1 to 2, right in this KWB training room. So we kind of, today's class is a command overview and kind of the KW tech overview for new agents. But then each week after that, we kind of build on each section of command so we can dive deeper in. Then also I want to talk about our virtual tech assistant. So Scott Leroy Marketing, which his email is support@scottleroymarketing.com. They are basically your virtual tech assistant for free. So they respond, like if you have any questions within Command or even KW Connect, anything regarding the KW technology, if you send them an email, they will either do it for you for free or send you steps on how to do it so that you don't need to figure out how. Mhm. Yep, exactly. You can reach right out to him. He'll provide you those steps on how to. Typically, that is not something like they go do just because it has a verification code that they need to do, but they'll send you the exact steps on the how. So, and even respond back with the questions that you have, and they respond like within like an hour. So it's pretty quick tech support. Yeah, for sure. And keep the questions coming. Happy to answer them all. And then if we click on more here, that's going to take us to his website. And the password for the website that you will find is 350. So that's just our Market Center number. And when we go here for the first time, you can also click the like little remember me button so that you don't have to type that in each time to log in. Once we are logged in, the main tab on his website, and I'm going to dive into Scott Leroy today a bit more than usual, just because, yeah, he's a free resource. So what a great like resource as a new agent for something that you can be using that you don't have to, yeah, charge or you don't have to pay for. So where I am, once I'm logged in, and then you hover the agent resources tab, that's going to drop down some extra options once we're logged in. First place I want to show you is agent support. So this will break down all the things that Scott Leroy does for you for free. So if I give you a task, like maybe after, kind of go through and just eye over all the options he does for free, so you're not ever doing anything that you don't have to be knowing how to do. So just in case that you need anything, one section I like, especially for new agents, would probably be this getting started section, as well as the looking to rebrand. So for example, if you get a new phone number, like let's say you get a Google Voice phone number and you want that change all throughout your KW Tech, you don't need to know where to go change that. You just need to know where to find this form so he can go change that. Same with, I have a headshot on here. Oh, there it is. It's under getting started. So same with like if you're getting a headshot, I know as a new agent, that might be something you're doing as well. So that's something he can change all throughout your KW Tech as well. So I recommend just kind of scrolling through and seeing all these items, and anything that you want to go ahead and set up, all you have to do is click on the option, and it's going to be a form for asking for all the things that he would need to actually go do that for you. Also under agent resources and marketing support. So this is pretty new. I'm just going to click on the overarching marketing support. So they, just a heads up, they help with like Market Center, like leadership, marketing, as well as agent support. So you'll find both. So of course you would want to stick with the agent templates, but they, for example, provide you a bunch of social posts or listing flyers. And this is stuff they create for you for free. Again, this is all free. So for example, with like a listing social post, if we click on that, we can pick the template that best suits us, fill out the information, and he's going to create that for you and send it back for you to use. So although the design section is super cool, and I know we have like classes on that, here's something that he can do for you that might be great leverage, especially at the beginning when you're trying to do everything at once. You know, it's a lot of hats to wear. So wherever you can leverage, if the Market Center is leveraging this, I would recommend using it. So yep, those are some great resources. Also forgot to mention, just on the agent support side, two newer things, especially for new agents. Create a new bio. That's a cool new one that he has, as well as this new monthly newsletter smart plan. So this would send an email to your database, and I'll show you an example of one that he sends, but it's very timely to the month. Wow, scary.
Is that also through Command?
Yes, it is through Command. So he sends that through Command, and he can send it to all your contacts in there. The only thing to kind of note is you have to fill this out once a month for him to go send that out. Like you can't just fill it out once and then that's going out monthly forever. You just have to maybe set up like a Google reminder or even a task reminder in command to go fill out this form every single month, and then he'll go send that out for you. And I'll like show you an example once I am in command of what that looks like. It is a great like monthly touch, especially for something like, if you've been in our classes before, we've talked about like the monthly neighborhood nurture, which I love, but like we mentioned, like you need to have a neighborhood and like to send that one to them. So this is a great one in case you don't have neighborhoods attached to contacts yet that you can be sending to all of them.
And just out of curiosity, would you go over the perks of your gold package?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, actually, I'll pull that up at the end of class because I have like something I can show you for that. And two, let's see, sorry, let me pull you up. Who are you, Nathan?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I can actually send you over like a full breakdown of our goal presentation and meet with you one-on-one to discuss that as well, just so we can answer any questions you might have on it.
That would be amazing.
Cool, awesome, good deal. So yes, let's go ahead and jump into command now. And to get to command, we're going to sign in at agent.kw.com. And before we sign in here, in another tab as well, if you open up another tab and sign into your personal Gmail account, what we're going to pull up is the Scott Lowery Marketing Keller Cloud Setup Complete email that has all your important logins and links attached to it. And that usually is sent to your personal email because you do not have your, it's like the email they set up your KW email with. Okay. All right, let me just pull up my test version here that I have from Scott. And I think since he sent this to me, it's changed, like the format of it changed a little bit, but I think it should still flow kind of the same. But please feel free to jump in if you have any questions on it, because I know he changes that. So with this setup here, so this first login is going to be probably our most important in regards to the KW Tech, as this is going to be our command login. So this is where we can sign in to agent.kw.com, and we'll jump there in just 1 second. Before we do that, I want to make sure that everyone is also signed into their KW email so that you're receiving emails there, as a lot of office emails go to your KW email. Just a heads up, this is a Google Workspace account, so this can be signed into at gmail.com. So same thing like on your phone, if you're wanting to set up your KW email on your phone mail app, you would just want to select this as a Google Workspace account, and this would be your username, like your KW email, and then your password would be the password. Is anyone not signed into their KW email and would like to be? Like whether that be on your laptop or on your phone? Right, awesome. If not, feel free to jump in and I can help and instruct you on how to do that. Scrolling down just a little bit, I also want to touch on your command website. So Scott Lowery Marketing, part of what he does when you onboard with KW is that he sets up all your KW tech. So for example, your website is up and running and live just by being onboarded with KW. So this is where you can like click on your domain name to see what your website is. And I'm going to go to mine. But just a couple things to note on this domain name as you are getting those printed, whether that be on like business cards or whatnot. So just noting, it does not work with www dot in front of it. So if I try www dot, it brings me to here. So we do not want to include that within, like if you're getting that printed, don't include the www dot. Also, just noting the extra .kw.com in there. Sometimes I see agents forget that part and just put .com. Again, it does not work with that. You do need the subdomain of .kw.com. So I would recommend if you are setting up business cards, for example, just go to your live website and copy this link here and paste it. Now, when you do paste it, it will paste with, it will more than likely paste with HTTPS in front of it. You don't need that like on print, for example. That wouldn't be needed. You can just use like, for my example, juliadesigns.kw.com. This is perfect. Right? Now scrolling down just a little bit next to the app. Where's the consumer app. Here we go. The KW consumer app and your branded URL. So this is going to move me now to the apps. And for those of you online, I don't have a adapter for my phone. So you're gonna have to just follow along while I talk through this. While I do talk through it, this is a great point. I like to mention answers.kw.com. So anytime that you have questions on using the command text, so let's say you really want to dive into smart plans and you just don't know where to start. If you come to answers.kw.com, this is basically like a hub of instructions, like written instructions with screenshots on how to do everything in command. So for example, with the app, I'm going to go ahead and pull that up so that visually you can kind of have some screenshots associated with it. So this is going to be our command app. And the command app, it's the red app with a white KW. There are two apps associated with Keller Williams, and I do recommend that we download both. So if you have not already in your app store, if you search for Keller Williams, they both are going to pop up, and we're going to download both. So both the KW Real Estate app, which is a white app with a red KW, and then the KW Command app, which is a red app and a white KW. Now I'll talk through the difference between those two. So starting with the KW Buy and Sell Real Estate app, which is the white app with a red KW. So this is going to be the one for your consumers to search for homes on the go. So kind of think about a Zillow app where they can see, based off their current location, they're able to see all the homes around them for sale. They can click on them, get all the details, they can favorite them, create folders in this app. So this is for your consumers or your contacts to search for homes on the go. Now the other app, which is the command app, is just going to be the mobile version of command on the desktop, which we were just looking at. And this one, we'll sign in with our same KW credentials that we usually sign into with command. Now, just a heads up, on the other app, if you're asked to sign up or log in, that is not for you as the agent, to sign up or sign. That's for your contacts so that they can favorite properties and save everything that they're looking at. What's cool about them signing up on your app is that you get that lead right into command. But in regards to the side of things, the red one, the command app, is going to be your portal. Yeah. Great question. Thank you. So yes, the best way to do this is through the command app. So once you're signed into there, again, it's the same login as the computer. It's kind of hiding up at the top by your name. There's going to be an option to share my KW app link. So this is sharing the other app to your contacts. And when you click on that, it's going to ask you how you want to share it. Text message would probably be most prevalent since it's a mobile app. But why it's so important that we share it this way is because then it's sharing a branded URL, meaning when they do sign up on the app, that's what will get the lead to go in because we are sharing it this way. If we just tell them, hey, go download the KW app in the app store, that leaves a little, they could find another agent on the app because it's not branded to you. So this is the best way to share it. Great question. Also, still in the command app, also hiding up by your name, I like to show the My Business Card option. So this is a QR code. If you ever are on the go and you don't have a business card on hand, this is a great QR code to show them. They can scan that and just save your information with a tap. Another big reason I love having the command app on my phone is also the notifications. So allowing notifications to come into this app. That way you don't have to sign into command. For example, when you have a lead come through, you can just check this app and those notifications come right in. Now, the last thing I want to show on the app is going to be how to import our contacts from our phone into our command account. So to do that, we're going to navigate to the second icon on the bottom, which is our contact section. Then we're going to click the three dots at the top right and click Import Contacts. And let me pull up a screenshot for those of you online so that you can see what I'm showing as well. So if you're clicking import contacts for the first time, it's going to pop up like allow access to see your phone contacts. Go ahead and click allow. So just to go back, so this is our command app. Oh, great question. So Rita asked online, when you share your business card, does it capture the contact or no? No. So unfortunately, it does not. It's only allowing them to capture your info. It does not prompt them back to like a lead capture to capture theirs in return. That is a kind of a bummer because I do like that feature a lot. So one free service I've heard that does do this is Blink. So BLINQ. Now, cons there, so pros there is that it does ask for them to leave their contact information in return, which I love that. Cons is that it's separated from command, so then you would have to export those contacts from that platform and then import them into command in order for them to centralize. Now, totally up to like your business and how you'd like that to run, because it's not that like too bad of a process to get those imported or exported and imported. It's like clicking a button to export those and just kind of remembering. And then you can send them to Scott Leroy Marketing. So that's something they do for agents for free as well. They can import 5 spreadsheets per agent per month. So they can do that 5 times a month for you if you really do want that feature. So great question, but yeah, unfortunately not at this time. I'm hoping that's something that they do add to their QR code though. That would be cool. Yeah, thank you. So jumping back to importing our contacts into command. So I'm in the second icon of the command app, which is going to be this little person icon. Then we're going to click the 3 dots in the top right corner, and we're going to see that option to import our contacts. And then again, if you're doing that for the first time, it's going to say like allow access to see your contacts, click allow. Then at that point, there's 1 of 2 ways we can go about this. So either we can click select all at that top checkbox and then deselect anyone we don't want to add to command, or we could vice versa, just go through and select the people we do want to add to command. Our typical recommendation is to add as many people into command as you can. Nothing gets sent to them if you add them to command. It just gives you the opportunity to send them stuff. And a lot of pushback we typically hear is, well, I don't want to add so-and-so because I don't want to annoy them, or I don't want to, like, I don't want to market to them at any point or whatever. And my pushback to that is, 1, I would, again, it doesn't send them anything just by adding them into command. So it gives you the opportunity to, if you do down the line want to. But also, if they might not want to buy or sell with you, maybe they have a friend's daughter's cousin that wants to, and that's at least worth $10,000. So I think it's definitely worth it to give you the opportunity to reach out to them, especially with the automation features in command. When we select the people we do want to add to command, we can then click continue in the top right to move us along. And it will then ask us to set up a tag. And I would recommend adding a new tag. So there's a new tag option at the top of your tags. And simply typing in phone or phone contacts as a tag. That way you can easily find those at any point in your database. So what tags are in command are ways to group your contacts together. So common ones you'll see are like seller and buyer. So that way you can market to them efficiently depending on what group they're in. So phone contacts, that's just another way that we can kind of group contacts together so that we can find them in our CRM at any point. So if we type in phone contacts and click continue, and then click continue 1 more time, it shouldn't take longer than like 10 minutes to get all your contacts in there, depending on how many you have. And this is like looks, and then it will be ready, and that will get them into command as well. If you have done this process before, you've imported your contacts from your phone, and you maybe want to do that again, or you've added more contacts to your phone since you've done that, command does recognize duplicates based off phone number and email address. So if you try to import the same phone number or email address, it will not let you. So you don't have to worry too much about duplicates in that sense because it does recognize those. Now, the only thing I'll mention though with duplicates, sometimes what I see though, is that let's say I import my phone contacts, then I also have like my Gmail email list that I want imported as well. Typically, what I see is that like on my phone, I only have phone numbers, and on my emails, I have email. But if you do try to do that import, it will allow the contact to be duplicated because they have separate contact info. But now there is a setting in command that we can merge those together. I'll show you that. Right. Any questions on getting our phone contacts imported into command? That's typically the very first place we start because a lot of the tools you cannot use without having contacts in there. So whether you're going through this process, or I'll show you also how to add one contact at a time in case you haven't added like yourself to your database already. And we can talk. All right, so now we're ready to jump into command. So again, that's agent.kw.com. And here we're going to log in with our KW credentials. And if you're not sure right now what your KW credentials are, again, it's that first login on your Keller Cloud Setup Complete email. So briefly starting with this homepage. So in case yours looks a little different than mine, that's totally normal. And that's because we can actually customize our homepage to better fit our business. So with this customize button in the top-ish right, we're going to see some widgets on the left-hand side. And what these widgets are basically like previews or screenshots of these sections or menu items on the left-hand side so that we can kind of get an overview on what's going on in our business right from our homepage. So these items here, if in case any of them are not checked, you can check them to see them, or vice versa. If you do not want to see them, you can uncheck them. Then, for example, I believe recent leads defaults to the bottom of this list. That's one I typically like to recommend that we like click those 6 dots on the left of that one and click and drag that up to the top so that we can see those right at top when we when we come in here. Seems most important. I also like having sponsored events near the top. That way I don't miss anything going on in the market center, like all the cool trainings. Any changes we're making here, we're just going to click apply, and that's going to apply them right to our account. Also, right on this homepage, we're going to find this bell icon. That's going to be our notifications icon, like we saw in the command app. So when we have a red dot on it, that will let you know we have a new notification so that we should check it. And then we can also see our red notifications here as well, so that we basically can see all notifications right here. Notification center. Then also at the top right, we're going to see a question mark icon. So this is a great way for training purposes and getting acquainted with command. So guided tours will help you kind of walk through command in case you're really lost. Also, if you need to ever get in live chat with support, so if you're getting an error, you're needing help with support, they have a live chat option that you can reach out to them as well. And then right here, the post an idea goes to ideas.kw.com. This is where other agents like post out ideas for KW support to implement into command. For example, like that QR code example of wanting it to capture the leads back in return. Come to post an idea will allow you to request that feature update, and then you can even upvote what other people are already requesting. Yeah, it's the question mark in the top right. And then in the bottom right, you're going to see a cute little sparkle icon. And this is pretty cool too. So if you use ChatGPT, I love ChatGPT. This is the KW AI version. So what's cool about this KW version is that it's pulling a lot of KW specific things. So for example, like the one thing is like KW lingo thing. And so it knows all the KW lingos and whatnot and models that KW has. So it automatically implements that into Matrix. So for example, if you're fine, yeah, write a one sentence social media post inspired by the one thing. You can click on that. This is also a feature that's in the command app now. In the command app, it's under like the menu button in the bottom right corner. And it's called KWIQ, and it's always that sparkle. I like this idea too, because let's say you're like right in front of a listing appointment, and you're like, crap, I don't know what I'm gonna say, or I need some script ideas. This is a great way, like on the go, to ask script ideas or something that might be pertaining to the house that you need to ask. So, love that feature. I think it's pretty cool. Alrighty. So now I'm just going to check out our settings section. So in the top right, we're going to click on our name. And we're going to go down to settings. And I'm just going to make sure that everyone's command account is either ready to go or show you how to get it ready to go, so that you can hit the ground running with your tag. So starting off with DocuSign, I want to make sure that everyone says connected here and no one says like need connection, or I don't know what it was, disconnected or something. Right? Awesome. We're going to come back to DocuSign and closer to the end of class to talk about how to get our forms into there as well. One of those things that you just have to do once, and then they're always in there. But we'll go through those steps in just a moment. Then other applications that we can connect up. So mine's going to look a little different because connected apps pull up to the top. However, we can connect up, for example, our Google Calendar and our Gmail account to our KW emails. This way, honestly, there's not like too many features in which they're synced. The main perk of connecting this up is that it can better track your timeline. So as you are emailing through like your Gmail account, it can track that on your timeline. It doesn't necessarily say exactly what you're saying in the email, but it does track when you send it, so you can see how your follow-up system's doing. So I do recommend connecting Google Calendar and Gmail just with your KW email. And as long as you're signed up or signed in with that in a new tab, then that will auto connect when you click connect. Dot loop we can ignore. We use DocuSign here. Instagram, then under socials, we're going to find our post scheduling options. So we'll see Instagram, we'll see Twitter, and then we'll see Facebook post scheduling, and then as well as Facebook Ads Manager. So just a heads up, in order to connect these up, they do need to be business accounts. So for Facebook, you have to have a business page already created. For Instagram, you have to switch it to a professional account. And for Twitter, it has to be a business account as well. So they only communicate with business accounts. Yes. Yes. So Facebook owns Instagram, so it's going to prompt you to sign in with Facebook to do this. Now they do need to be talking to each other in order to connect it. Okay, and that's good. But yeah, in order to connect up Instagram post scheduling, it will prompt you to sign into Facebook because it's Meta. Now, you do have to have your Instagram account like speaking or sync to your Facebook page in order to like connect that up. And the best way to do that is going to be from the Instagram app, because they have different settings on the Instagram app versus the computer. So once you're in the Instagram app, navigate to your profile in the bottom right and click edit profile, like in the middle-ish. And then is it already a professional account? Okay, yes. And then click page there and click continue and log in. It might auto type in. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, and then select the right page. Let me just make sure. Okay, yes. So connect or create there and continue. Log in. And it's going to prompt you to log into Facebook. And then are you good? Oh, good, good. Yeah. Oh, do you have a Facebook page already created?
And they are good because when I post on my Instagram, it automatically goes to my Facebook.
Okay.
Having trouble look.
Okay. Okay. Let me think. Huh. Are you getting that same error? Or no, you got it? Oh, it's just taking forever. Yeah, let's go. Maybe, but I can better see that on Facebook on the computer if you don't mind. Sorry. And then go to see more on the left-hand side. And then scroll down. We're looking for an orange flag. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you don't have a Facebook page created yet. So that needs to be created before, and then you'll sync those together. So right now, you got two personal accounts. So you can post to both through Instagram, but then it goes to your personal Facebook. So this allows it so that it's business account, and then it's going to only talk to business accounts. Kind of a pain in the butt though, because like then you have to go share that to your personal account at that point. But it is recommended to do some tools. Like for example, the ads manager, you have to have a business. Don't have a business page. It doesn't. I mean, because this is how. Yeah, like you're in the business, not Facebook.
I made it into like a professional.
Huh. I don't know now. I don't know. I don't think so. Just based on how that looks. Like, let me show you like how when we go to pages, how it should maybe look. But then, yeah, I don't know what professional dashboard now means. Now, it's like it would be. Yeah, I mean, that's confusing as heck. What the heck? So like when I go to pages, like pages you manage is right at these are all business pages I have. And like so any pages you create should be right here in the middle of the screen when we go to pages. And then if not, we can click create page on the left-hand side to create our page. Now, what's the difference? Good question. You know what? I should ask GPT. Why don't I even try the Google thing? Oh, I'm on Yahoo. That's probably why. Okay. Managing your business or creator account. Like from yeah, me too now. It's from this, it seems like a business page is like, yeah, is a separate page. And then this is like just how you manage that business page is through the professional dashboard. But it's like, we don't have a page unless you have a creator account, which I would be surprised about. No. So what's nice about Facebook, it's a little confusing because it's like Facebook and Instagram are so different in this way. So Facebook, you create a business page on top of your existing Facebook account. So exactly, you log in like normal and everything, you just create that page on top of it. And it's great for credibility because Facebook's such a friend-oriented app, like when people Google you, you're like the business page is what rises high up there. And so that's always going to be great for SEO. Also kind of think about like different businesses, like bigger businesses, I guess, like Target, like those, or Amazon, they like Jeff Bezos has his account and then like Amazon has this. So it really does brand you as more of a business doing real estate as just like a person out there dabbling in it. So there's like a lot of strategic marketing power behind it. And then it's extra good because then you can use commands.
But I'm not sure if this is my business page because it's saying the name in here.
Yeah.
It's my personal. This name.
We have this one.
Yeah, I just like.
And then, okay. Well, actually, give this a try because it should be pulling like this name into there too, just because it's Facebook that it's pulling to. So give it a try and see what account it goes to.
What you want me to try? Like.
Yeah, and see which one it goes to. And that way I can better troubleshoot that one. Yeah, thank you. Right. For those of you online, do you have any questions? I know I've been a little off the computer at this point. If we're trying to connect social media accounts to Command, oh, let me go back there. We're just talking through kind of the Facebook page and needing to create that. So where I went again, where is in Facebook, you log in totally like normal to your regular Facebook account, but then we go to pages and create a new profile or page, and it's just going to prompt us right here, public page, perfect. We click next and get started. It will then just prompt us for like our business information, like your phone number and address, like business address. So definitely recommend setting up a Facebook business page at the very least. You have a Facebook business page created in Instagram, like the Instagram app on your phone. How we then switch that into a business account is in your profile under edit profile. You'll see a switch to professional account option. We would click on that. It's going to prompt you to put in a category. Select entrepreneur instead of real estate so that you can have access to the full music library. And then once you go through that process of switching it to a professional account, if you go back to edit profile, there's going to be a new option that says create or connect page. And that's talking about Facebook, so that when you click on it, it's going to prompt you to log into Facebook, connect that up. So that's the full spiel on like how to get those talking to each other. Once that backend stuff is worked out, then you can connect it to our Command account. And the perks of that is that you can do two things in Command. So one, you can schedule posts out in advance. So that's what this post scheduling setting is talking about. So if, for example, if you want to sit down on the 1st of every month and do your entire month of social media, or you wanted to go ahead and do all the holiday posts for the whole year, so that the mental load of doing the social media stuff is off your plate, you can do that right from Command. Now, the other setting, Facebook Ads Manager, that one allows you to run paid ads through Command. You might have seen this option like in the business suite of Facebook before. It's not boost post. So I don't know if you've seen that option. This is even better than that personally, I think, because it has a lead capture ingrained or embedded into it. So this one is a paid feature more so of Command, but that's because it allows you to get in front of unmets to get some online leads right into your Command account. Again, if that one really interests you, what you can always do, come to answers.kw.com and type in paid ad, and it will walk you right through that. Getting started with paid ads, it will walk you through how to set that up. It create each one, and you'll get screenshots on how to do the full thing too. So if you want to increase your online leads, that's a great place to do it. Now scrolling down, I'm navigating to Command Email, and I'm going to click Manage to the far right. So this, as a KW agent, you do get 5,000 emails every month for free, and those reset at the beginning of each month. For the reply to, so when you're sending those emails out from Command, we can select this reply to email so that when they reply back, that email is going to receive it. So just making sure this is one that we're checking. It's our business email. You can also add a custom email there if you need to change that up. I just want to make sure everyone's reply to email is a business email of theirs. Then I know I touched on this a lot last class. JuLeah is just a texting feature in Command that allows you to bulk send and automate text messages through Command. So for example, what it can do, it is, again, another paid feature of Command. It does start at the cheaper end. It's like $3.16 a month. And for example, it can send them a happy birthday text automatically on their birthday if you utilize JuLeah. Now on the left-hand side, I'm going to navigate to Connect Settings and Marketing Profile. And just eyeing this over, this should be set up by Scott Leroy Marketing, so all your information should be good in here. But I do recommend just eyeing this over, making sure it all looks correct, as all the information from command in regards to your information, this is where it's pulling from. So scroll through. Again, it should be automatically set up for you by Scott Leroy, but any changes you're making, the save button is at the very, very bottom. All right. Next, I'm going to show you, we're going to just set up one smart plan together. And it's going to be the quarterly call plan. I might have done this in class last time. I can't remember anymore. But this is going to be a great starting smart plan. And what smart plans are in command is that, yes, it can send out emails, but it can also send out text messages automatically. So it can be like an email campaign. But it goes above and beyond that, actually. It can also set up systems in your business. So for example, a smart plan, what it can do, it can send them an email and then wait a few days, and then it can remind you to call them. And then it waits a few days, it can automatically text them. Wait a few days, and it reminds you to reach out to them on social media. So that's kind of what it can be doing in your business. And the one we're going to go ahead and set up today is called the quarterly call plan. So the quarterly call plan is kind of how it sounds. So it's a great system for your calls and your calling system. And it will remind you to call each contact in your database once a quarter so that you're not forgetting about anybody. So if you did go ahead and import your contacts from your phone, or you already have done that, and if not, you can also just watch so that you can set this up at a later time. So I'm going to navigate to the contact section, which is going to be the second icon on the left-hand side. Now, when we first come into our contact section, by default, everyone shows 1 of 10. But depending on how many contacts you have in there, I like to change this to 500 so I can see the most contacts available to me at once. Then once I switch it to 500, I'm able to do bulk actions at 500 contacts at a time. So what I can do here for this plan is I can check the top checkbox, and that's going to select all. So you'll see, like, I have 93 contacts. It selects all of them. Then I can click on actions. And you'll see that this actions field is not even there unless I check a checkbox. So it's a little hidden. I can click actions and add to smart plan. Then the one I'm going to want to search for is going to be quarterly, called my quarterly call plan. Let's select it. When we first do that, it's going to pop up with people missing information, like phone number, for example. I'm going to recommend that we add them to this plan anyway, because I like to take this plan, okay, even if you're not someone who, I know it's recommended this stuff, to be calling your database and everything, but let's say you don't have their phone number. As a reminder to go email them, or maybe email them for their phone number, but even if that's an email touch, or maybe it's a reminder to go reach out to them on social media. Like maybe you haven't seen their posts in a while, so when they pull up on there, that might be a reminder to go comment on their post, so the algorithm can, you know, have their stuff show up, and vice versa, so their stuff show up for them. So take this reminder, even though it says quarterly call, take it as a reminder to go touch your contact in any way. So add this plan anyway. Then this is a really, really important step for any smart plans that include tasks. So if I were to say start all now, I would receive 93 tasks starting right away. And we don't want that. So for this, we're going to stagger start this so that we can select, okay, how many in a given day could you realistically call? And I may recommend starting on the lower side. So I recommend maybe like 5. In that way, starting then tomorrow, you would receive 5 new people in your database to reach out to. And then the next day, it'd be a new 5. And you don't need to remember, okay, who do I need to reach out to next? And who did I reach out to last? No, the system's got you covered. So we can select the amount that you want here. Just a heads up, if you are an agent that has multiple pages of contacts, so let's say you have more than 500 contacts in your database, you would need to do this per 500 contacts. and do a little math in order to figure out like in a given day how many you want. Because if I do 5 on this page and then I do the next page and do 5, then I'm going to get 10 tomorrow. If that makes sense. A little confusing, but stagger starting is really important with smart plans with tasks. And then you always have to check this little checkbox. Click confirm. Then starting tomorrow, what we can do is on the command app is the best workflow for this process. You can pull up that command app, and then right on that homepage, starting tomorrow, we're going to have 5 new, depending on the number you select, 5 new due today tasks, so that we can just click right on there to see who we need to call. And then it will have, here's my task, quarterly call with, and it fills in the name of the contact, so that I can like click on the contact name, see all the notes I have for that contact, and then click call right from the app. It's still calling from your personal phone number. But what's so powerful about this is that when we end the phone call, it will say, okay, add call activity and mark task as complete. So that we can say, okay, did we talk to them? Did we leave a voicemail? If so, what did we talk about? So next time that task comes up, we can bring up the things we talked about last call to make that really personalized. So that's a great smart plan to start off with, especially as a new agent. And as you are making your calls or emails or whatever that may be, what I might recommend doing is kind of scrubbing your database a little bit as you're making your calls, meaning you're asking and grabbing these 5 things if you don't already have them. So an email, a phone number, a physical address, home anniversary, and a birthday. Those are the 5 things that the 201 Club is made up of. And what the 201 Club at KW is that if you have over 200 contacts in your database, then you have the opportunity to build a $120,000 business. But they aren't just talking about like there are 200 names in here. They are wanting fully complete contact, meaning they have those 5 things. The whole idea is if you can do the legwork of getting those 5 pieces of information, again, it's email, phone, physical address, home anniversary, and birthday, then those smart plans can then automate each of those touches. So we talked about the quarterly call plan. Yes, that one's automating our call reminders. But how cool would it be if you could send hyper local neighborhood information right to their email inbox every month or twice a month? And that's another smart plan in there. Again, though, they are wanting fully complete contacts so that you can activate those plans. So typically, as a new agent, the push is all about your database, cleaning it up a bit as much as you can. And depending on how many contacts you have in there, that might be an overwhelming process. So the quarterly call plan is going to be a great system to help you clean those up in the first quarter of your business. Sorry, I know I'm running out of time here, but lastly jumping to DocuSign just to make sure all our forms are in there so that when you do watch this video, again, right on the homepage, past our beautiful faces, this video, can't miss video, I would highly, highly recommend checking out after this class. But let me go ahead and show you how to put our forms in there so that video is going to make a lot more sense. So if we can navigate to real estate, no, I'm sorry. Let me make sure. Yeah. If we can navigate to rooms.docusign.com, rooms.docusign.com, this is the real estate side of it, and sign in with your KW credentials. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks. Absolutely. Thanks for coming. Okay, we're going to log in here. No code, no code. Oh, wow, nice. Okay, that was lucky. If you are getting this pop-up, especially out the gate, you're going to get this when you sign into DocuSign. If you're already connected into Command, so like in our settings section, if you see this connected, you do not need to click anything here. You can just click the X. You don't need to worry about that. You're already connected to Command. Then with your like headshot or maybe your initials in the top right corner, we're going to click on that and click on Preferences. Oops. So preferences. Then integrations on the left-hand side. And now if your screen looks like mine, that means you already have your forms in there, so there is nothing else that you need to do. If it does not like say this and that, then you do need to click add provider, like the button add provider, to connect that up. Once you click add provider, we're going to click the Realtor R, the National Association of Realtors. Then it's going to prompt for your NRDS ID, your last name that you signed up to get your license with, and then the association, which is going to be North Carolina Association. If you do not know your NRDS ID or your NERDS ID, and typically when I ask agents that, they don't know that off the top of their head, there is a like little blue link right underneath that field where it says find my NRDS ID or something like that. If you click on that, it's just going to prompt you to like put in your email and last name, and it will tell you what your NERDS ID is. So you don't need to go find that if you're not sure. Just click on that little blue link and it will tell it to you. And then at that point, you can copy, paste that number over, put in your last name, and again, it's the North Carolina Association of Realtors. Let me know if you have like questions. I know I got kind of stopped because I already connected mine. So I can really show you. So if you have questions as you're doing that, just let me know, unmute yourself. I can help you through it. If you are South Carolina licensed as well, it should like selecting North Carolina or South Carolina will give you access to all of them. So you don't need to like select both associations. They're
I
all
kind of got lost where in there somewhere. I'm sorry.
No worries at all.
And
Here,
I'm
let
South
me-
Carolina also.
Okay, got it. Let me just do this. Hold on 1 second.
So I got logged in and that's as far as I got. Then you went ahead of me.
Okay, got it. Okay, I can help out. So once I am in there, and let me just go back so I can show you. Okay. Once you're logged in, and are you on the room side, like rooms.docusign.com?
Yes, but I only have one little house up there. You got a bunch of little houses. I got one little house up there and it says signing activity. So I'm on the same page as you.
Okay, good. Yes, that's good. Okay, click on your initials or headshot in the top right and go to preferences. And then integrations on the left-hand side. And we're going to click add provider near the middle of the screen. Then we're going to select the National Association of Realtors, the Realtor R. And it's prompting for these items. So like your NRDS ID, last name, association. If you don't know your ID, you can click find your member ID here. And it's going to prompt either to find it by last name and email or last name and real estate license number. Then we're going to copy that number and paste it in that 9-digit number like spot. And put in your last name. And then for association, if you're a part of like only South Carolina, you can select that one, or North Carolina. Both associations, if set up correctly, are under the same NERDS ID. So you can select either association and click validate, and it's going to give you access to both of those. So like I selected North Carolina and I'll click validate, but you'll see when I click on this arrow, like it has South Carolina too, because it's under one umbrella.
I might need help with that because I put in enter my last name and I put my email and it says it doesn't match our records.
Did you try, did you do like your personal email or your KW?
No, I did the KW email. Do I need to do my personal email?
Maybe it's whichever one you had at the time that you signed up for this. And a lot of times agents don't have access to their KW email yet. So I see sometimes it's under their personal. Just a heads up, you could also do like the last name and real estate license number if that one would be easier.
South Carolina. Find your ID. Try that email. Nope, does not match. Let me try one more.
Okay, and then, yeah, did you also try the other option with the real estate license number?
I did not. I don't have my license number right in front of me.
Oh,
I can
oh.
find it.
I
I'm gonna try one other email because other than that, I don't know what other email I would have used. Nope, they don't have me.
I might recommend locating your license number and then doing that version. That might be easier. And then is your last name, like, what's your last name? It's not something, anything like, with a dash in there, right?
No, it's just Ackley. I'm gonna see if I can find my license number real quick.
Okay, yeah, try that option. That should come for you. If not, then you might have to contact the membership to make sure that your fees are paid. That's the other most common thing we've seen.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, once you do have those connected up, the next step I would recommend, again, is this DocuSign with command overview. It will walk you right through the whole process. So that way, when you do have a transaction, it's not panic mode. You'll know exactly how to use DocuSign and send those off for electronic signature. So thank you all for joining me for class. Again, we do teach classes right now, Tuesday, Thursday, 1 to 2 p.m. right in the training room with the Zoom option. So feel free to jump in whenever you can. On Tuesdays, they are geared more to new agents, while Thursdays are more so advanced tech or advanced marketing. So those are our class schedules, and you can always see the topic and at hand on the office calendar as well. Let's see if that's something that would interest you that week, and feel free to join us.
I got it. Thank you.
Yay, that sounds, yay, I'm so glad. Well, thank you guys for coming, and yeah, have a great rest of your Tuesday today.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.